देखिए कहते हैं
हाँ।
क्या? हाँ
कि यार जब बिजली गिरे तो इसको कैद करने के लिए कितना को
We all talk about Nawabi architecture and the Nawabi era, but I won't give a brief history of the whole place, and I won't go in much detail. Just like picking some certain points that are important to note to understand the scheme that is Husainabad. So Husainabad, like we talk about the Nawabi era, Husainabad came into existence in the Badshahi era of Lucknow, the kings of Awadh. So Muhammad Ali Shah, who was the third king of Awadh, had built this, commissioned this Chota Imambada or Husainabad Imambada, which is the original name. So Bada Imambada, which came during the reign of Nawab Asif ud-Daula, was a project of experimentation. Like you all must have visited that place. It's huge in size. The proportions are absurd. Like there are multiple accesses that are running through it. And like coming to Chota Imambada and the Satkhanda, these two came during the time of Muhammad Ali Shah. Like what Imambada is. So coming to the typology of a Imambada. In Lucknow, like being one of the probably the only city in India or the world where you'd find so many Imambadas, and that the credit for that goes to the Nawabs and the Badshahs of Lucknow. And Imambada is a structure that is an important place of worship for the Shiite segment in Muslims, where
talk about the Husainabad gate, which is less popularly known as the Bawani gate. Now, this serves mainly as the entrance to the Chota Imambara or the Husainabad fort. This was also built along with the Chota Imambara complex. So, Muhammad Ali Shah, who was the third Nawab of Awadh, commissioned that gate as well. Now, in the gateway, you could basically identify the features of Islamic architecture. So it is a culmination of Persian, Indian and Islamic architecture. You can clearly see the arches, the domes, the minarets, and apart from that, the design elements include the jali work or the perforated walls. You can witness that here as well. The widely elaborate arches and the jali work. Now, apart from that, the architecture includes geometrical designs, some floral patterns, intertwined leaf-like patterns which are called Braille in Hindi and arabesque patterns in English. Now, this is one of the finest examples of the architecture of Nawabi era. So, when we talk about how it was built, so basically here in Lucknow we use Lakhuri bricks for a lot of construction in the monumental sphere which you will see. Now these were thin flat bricks which were made using the burnt red clay. Alright, now to a story behind it, I would like to ask a question. It's for the audience. Now, who was the first Nawab of Awadh? Anybody? No. हाँ, नहीं, first Nawab of Husainabad.
तो यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो गई है हेरिटेज वॉक। तो अभी तो फिलहाल के लिए हम लोग यहाँ आए हैं, सब लोग गैदर्ड हैं। सेंड कर दीजिएगा।
They said that the construction was stopped because there is a spiral staircase inside. So the Nawab was climbing that staircase and he fell down the stairs. So it was taken as a bad omen. So the construction was stopped midway, and it was supposed to be a watchtower to look over all the royal buildings in Old Lucknow, like the Bada Imambada, the Chota Imambada. So this was supposed to be a watchtower, and it is primarily made of Lakhori bricks and brick red mortar. Yes, and if you see the architectural elements, they are a little bit a mixture of Italian and Islamic elements.
Yeah.
The arches.
Yeah.
Italic and have any other questions, you can ask. इनकम्प्लीट है कंप्लीट, हाँ अब वो प्रपोज्ड है बट अभी हो नहीं पाया।
तो यहाँ पर अभी हम लोग सतखंडा की बात कर रहे हैं, अंदर जाते हैं नहीं जाते हैं बात की बात है। तो पूरा इलेबरेट पूरे अच्छे से बता रही हैं कब बना, कैसे बना और ये अधूरा क्यों है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं।
Hello everyone. So behind me you can see that this is the Hussainabad clock tower. This was inspired by the Big Ben of London, and this is the tallest clock tower of India. So this is one of the most highlighted feature of this clock tower. Apart from that, as my friend Mansi here suggested, that it's a go-to place, and not just hers, it's most probably every Lucknowites go-to place over here for Eid, for Diwali and for such other special occasions, because this whole area is lighted up and it is decorated on every occasion. So about the history, so this was constructed in 1881 by the Hussainabad Trust, and this was to mark the arrival of Sir George Cooper, who was the first Lieutenant Governor of Awadh, and this was made under the reign of Nawab Nasir Uddin Haider. And just imagine, around that time this was made for about 2 lakhs, basically 1.75 lakhs, but in today's terms it could be more than crores. And the main thing about this clock tower is that, can you see the round dial over there? So every face, all the 4 sides have round dials, and they are made of pure white marble, and it's shaped in a flower petal, like all those 12 petals depict the 12 hours, and they are shown by those circles, right? So there's a story behind this, that in 2010 the government was going to put down this clock tower because it was non-functional since 1984, right? So there were 2 Samaritans of Lucknow, Captain Paritosh and Mr. Avdesh Agarwal. So what they did, that they volunteered that okay, we will be repairing this for free, and they did not charge it, and for 2 to 3 years they actually worked on this. So in September 2011 or 2012, this clock started functioning once again after 27 years of silence. And just imagine that the dial and the pendulum is of 14 feet high. It's actually like 2 6 feet stacked people, it's higher than that. And even those the minute hand is 15 feet, and the second and the hour hand is somewhat around 4 feet. So you can just imagine the grandeur of this clock tower.
Great. Clap.
Right. So that used to be the summer house. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. So that used to be the summer house for the Nawabs. So every summer they used to come down here, like we have it for Red Fort, we have it in Jaipur, the Diwane Khas, Diwane Aam, which keeps on changing as per the season. So this was the summer house for the Nawabs of Awadh, okay? And this is like, this has huge pictures and huge portraits which are life size, and every tiny detail is visible to each person's eyes. Like you do not have to scan, or you do not have to poke. Okay, so everything is visible out there. One major thing about that is that, so this was the first building to have these iron pillars. Okay, so none other than this building had started using iron pillars in the duration of the reign of Nawabs. Okay, and one more thing that was used for this Big Ben Tower was that gunmetal was used, and as we can see that this building belongs to the 19th century, and it
still has no spot of any damage or anything, apart from the human scribblings that we have done to it. But this has like withstood every harsh weather till now. So that's the amazing point about this. That's it.
गुड, वाह, बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है। तो हम लोग जहाँ जहाँ रुक रहे हैं तो कोई एक वॉलेंटियर उस जगह के बारे में बता रहा है। अभी जैसे छोटा इमामबाड़े के बारे में बताया, फिर सतखंडा, अब हम लोग क्लॉक टावर है उसके सामने है पिक्चर गैलरी, उसके बारे में सारी डिटेल, कब बनी, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, मतलब ये मतलब किसको पता है। ये 27 साल तक बंद रहा है क्लॉक टावर, अब ये इतना फेमस है। और अभी तक 11 में शायद ये बनकर रेडी हुआ है, मतलब सही हुआ है, तब से अभी तक ये सही चल रहा है। माशाल्लाह, मुस्कुराइए कि आप लखनऊ में हैं। ओह वाह, अब जो है हम लोग टी ब्रेक के लिए रुके हैं और टी ऑर्गेनाइज भी अर्बन स्केचर्स की तरफ से ही की गई है। वही हम बता रहे हैं, ये हम लोग टी ब्रेक के लिए रुके, लेकिन ये भी हम लोग को अर्बन स्केचर्स की तरफ से ऑर्गेनाइज की गई है। यस, कुछ बताइए आप थोड़ी सी चीज़ अर्बन स्केच के बारे में।
अर्बन स्केचर्स हमारा ग्रुप है जो हम लोग हर संडे को मिलते हैं, स्केच करते हैं सब साथ में, और हम वी आर ओपन टू ऑल एंड या
थैंक यू सो मच, बाय।
So chronologically, this whole stretch has been developed in the different phases. So as part of this Rumi Gate, so generally we take this Rumi Gate kind of. Rumi is a very famous poet also, but it's not inspired from that. So Rumi Gate was built by Asifullah, he's a Nawab, who in the same time period the Imambara was built. And to deal with the unemployment thing, so वो हमने सबने सुना है कि दिन में बनाते थे, रात को तोड़ते थे. That was story connected with Rumi Gate also. So Rumi Gate was built in 1784 something, at the same time. That time the Imambara structures built. The building materials compared to the other Mughal structures, the building material we are using over here in Lucknow mainly Lahori brick. तो जो पतली वाली ब्रिक होती थी वो यूज़ करते थे। एंड द मोर्टार जो उसका जो मसाला होता था दैट विल हैव सुर्खी, जो ब्रिक का जो पाउडर होता है उसमें दाल का पानी डालते थे, गुड़ डालते थे, बेल का शरबत डालते थे। सो ये सारे मटेरियल्स यूज़ करते थे, लाइम डालते थे, तब उसका मोर्टार बनता था। दैट टाइम जो रूमी गेट का जो डिज़ाइन है दैट इज़ वेरी इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम, इसको हम लोग टर्किश गेट भी कहते हैं। सो टर्किश इज़ अ कनेक्शन विद इस्तांबुल, दैट वॉज इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम द कॉन्स्टेंटिनोपल, जो उस टाइम पर रोमन्स गवर्न करते थे। रोमन्स वर ओवर देयर, जो करंटली हम लोग टर्की बोलते हैं, इस्तांबुल बोलते हैं। So Romans, that is like the name is like Turkish gate, and the Romans were there, so Rumi gate was right from that part ultimately. And if we just talk about Lucknow के architecture style में, we see this kind of a color over here, जो एक brownish base shade है, वो हमें पूरे लखनऊ के architecture में मिलता है। But actually ये होता क्या था कि when we plaster it, तो एक सुर्खी हम लोग use करते हैं, that is a kind of powder, brick powder kind of thing, and over that we use a lime wash. So जब लाइम फेड होता था, so when the lime fades, then this color dissolves. Originally the Imambara and all the structures was kind of in a lime paint, but to protect that lime, they used to do the मुल्तानी मिट्टी का plaster over it, kind of it. So अभी जो हमने कलर किया हुआ है, ये जो कलर आगे है इमामबाड़ा पर, ये मुल्तानी मिट्टी का शेड है। सुर्खी को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए we use the lime plaster, and then over that we use this मुल्तानी मिट्टी का thing. तो ओरिजिनली जो स्ट्रक्चर्स थे वो उसी शेड में थे, जो अभी हमें जो दिखते हैं वो शेड नहीं था एक्चुअली। सो नाउ कमिंग ऑन द डिज़ाइन पार्ट, तो जो हमारा एक जो 3 आर्चेज जो अभी दिख नहीं रही है, 3 आर्चेज इनटू द मेन गेट, जो 3 गेट्स थे, जो बिग लैंटर्न ओवर देयर, जिसमें शुरुआत में ना वो एक लाइट लगाई जाती थी, सो दैट वो पूरे रूमी गेट को लाइटेड अप करता था। पैरेलली यू कैन सी दिस ऑक्टेगोनल like kind of structure over there that is inspired from the Mexican gates more of it, जो उस टाइम बनाए जाते थे। parallelly you can see this on the top, kind of a patterns are coming out of it. So that you can see in all the major structures, it's a lotus pattern. Or if the structures and the turrets are there over it, just to give a grand look on that. So and all the ornamentation was done with the surki and the line kind of a thing. So initially it was a entrance gateway to the Lucknow and the palace more of it. That was more of a destroyed during the mutiny in 1857. Post that, then the city expanded and it became a central part of it. Initially it was a gateway to the Lucknow. But what is the restoration is happening? Yeah, so restoration is happening. So this structure is, I think all the structure comes under, there is a trust, it's not under the state archaeology or ASI, there is a trust that governs the everything over there. And we as a studio also designing this master plan for this whole stretch. This whole corridor we are designing the part of it. You can see the lot of work going over there also.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
तो अभी हम लोग आ गए हैं बड़ा इमामबाड़ा। आज का मतलब दिन वही चल रहा है, तो यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हैं। फिर से एक सलाम दुआ, क्योंकि ये दूसरा व्लॉग है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम मेरी यूट्यूब फैमिली, कैसे हैं आप सब? उम्मीद करते हैं आप सब बहुत खुश होंगे और आपकी दुआओं से हम भी एकदम ठीक है। तो यहाँ पर चल रही है हेरिटेज वॉक, सब लोग इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं और कोई एक वॉलेंटियर आगे आएगा और मतलब अलग अलग मोनूमेंट के बारे में बता रहा है। जैसे अभी तक सतखंडा है, रूमी गेट मतलब दरवाज़ा, उसके बारे में बताया। तो अब बड़ा इमामबाड़े की बारी है। सब इतना रॉयल, इतना खूबसूरत, कसम से मतलब प्राउड होता है कि हम लखनऊ में हैं और लखनऊ के हैं। सच में हमें हमेशा से मतलब सबसे पसंद लखनऊ है मेरा।
इमामबाड़ा, it was built by Nawab Asif Uddaula in 18th century, and it has been destroyed by weathering and all, because no restoration has been done according to it, and in 2023 it has been considered as a national monument. Before that it was just kept and trespassing and everything was done. Even a public toilet was created inside it, which is what we can say, which is an insult to the beautiful architecture of this place, and that's why it is depleted. Now it will be restored in future, hopefully.
Sure. तो हम लोग अभी बड़े इमामबाड़े आ गए हैं और या बस ये एंड था हेरिटेज वॉक का यहाँ पर। तो मरियम और उस्मा, आप दोनों से मिलकर बहुत अच्छा लगा। हाँ, और ये है इशरत। चलो सब लोग अल्लाह हाफिज़ बोल दो। अल्लाह हाफिज़, फिर मिलेंगे इंशाल्लाह। और ये है खूबसूरत सा हमारा बड़ा इमामबाड़ा। तो चलिए आज के ब्लॉग की एंडिंग भी हम इमामबाड़ा से ही लेते हैं। तो आज का ब्लॉग हम यहीं एंड करते हैं, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट ब्लॉग में। तब तक अपना ख्याल रखिए, हमको अपनी दुआओं में याद रखिए। मेरे वीडियोस अच्छे लगे तो प्लीज़ लाइक करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए और शेयर करिए। फिर मिलते हैं, तब तक के लिए टाटा बाय बाय, टेक केयर, अल्लाह हाफिज़। अल्लाह हाफिज़। इमामबाड़ा सच अ ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत अच्छी वॉक थी, बहुत मज़ा आया। मतलब कितनी चीज़ें, हम लोग लखनऊ में रहते तो हैं लेकिन होता है ना बहुत सी चीज़ें नहीं पता हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें सच में यहाँ का पूरा 360 व्यू जो मेरा पर्सनल फेवरेट है। यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे और ये और फिर इधर है ये। आप लोग भी आ गई, ठीक है, ओके, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़, बाय। और वो रहा बहुत खूबसूरत रूबी गेट और इमामबाड़ा। अब चलते हैं गाड़ी के पास और घर चला जाए।